Hey everybody, I hope you're having a nice weekend. Some things for next week. First of all, over the next about 2.5 weeks, my schedule is going to kind of be all over the place. My oldest goes back to school on Wednesday, but my youngest doesn't go back for another 2 weeks. So I'm just going to kind of be in and out as I'm able to. If you're here and you have questions, just feel free to call me. I'll be available. But I just don't know quite the hours I'll have yet. Okay, so things for next week. I want to start more collards. I don't know, this is just kind of germinated. I don't know if it's germinating erratically or I just have poor germination, but I tried to start, I think, 3 trays of collards, and I'm just not getting that much out of it. So let's get a new seed packet from the seed closet and start some more. Some other things for inside, I would like to pot up the calendula. Maybe just 1 tray, I think that should be plenty. Also, I planted the purple sprouting broccoli and the Tokyo Bacana in a bed, but let's pot up the rest of these, and I might still use them. And then the marigolds that are in the seed tray or in the soil box, let's plant those outside this week. I just set them outside today for a bit. I'll set them outside tomorrow for a bit. And we can plant them later this week. Just kind of all over the garden, on the ends of the beds, like we've done with alyssum, those little white flowers. We can start planting marigolds around too. I don't have any specific places in mind, so feel free to just put them wherever they'll work. Okay, so for outside, it looks like it's going to be a little bit cooler this week, and a good amount of chances of rain, so hopefully it'll be nicer to be out here harvesting and we don't have to worry about watering too much. So we'll see how that plays out. I feel like I probably am going to pull up these tomatillos sooner than later, but we can still harvest both the beds of tomatillos. I pulled up most of the most of the tomatoes in bed 15 because they were just looking so bad, and they were splitting a bunch. So I planted in here 3 rows, you can see little tags right there, 3 rows of spinach that is supposed to not bolt very fast in the heat. So we'll see what happens. We'll just need to water this every day if it's not raining until those seeds germinate. The okra is starting, look how pretty that flower is. The okra is starting to get to a point where we can harvest it. I just harvested some yesterday. Let's see if I can see. Sometimes you have to walk around a bit. I mean, you can see right here, it's just starting to form, but it does, when it starts coming on, it's like hard and heavy, and you have to come out here and harvest every day, otherwise you'll miss some. And I had to walk around the beds like 20 times. Like here's some right there. Just to not miss it. So it does take a bit of patience. And the green is even harder to see. So I might end up harvesting a little bit this weekend and bringing it back on Monday. But yeah, you can see like there's a little guy starting there. And so you want to harvest it when it's young, like 3 inches long. These will probably be ready by Monday because they just grow so fast. So you might have to kind of like dig back in here a little bit and see what you can find. These Roma tomatoes here, let's see what that is, 12. The Roma tomatoes have not been great. I might end up pulling those out. But the peppers along the sides can still be harvested. There's more peppers on this side. There's more peppers back in the stand-up bed. And what I've been doing, like this, I think these are poblanos. You could harvest it at this size. I mean, you could also let it get a little bit bigger. I've just been harvesting the peppers and putting them in a bag labeled mixed peppers. Because sometimes I'm just getting a little handful of each and it doesn't make sense to separate them. What are these? Cayenne, I've been letting these, waiting until these get red. So harvest those when they get red. And then these are the Cubanelle. And I harvest them when they're about this size. I don't know what that is. 3 inches, 4 inches, something like that. The eggplant, we haven't really gotten much out of it. I might pull this up sooner than later too. We'll see. But there are some little guys forming here, so we'll see what happens. The peppers, I have been harvesting both green and I've been letting some of them get color. Like this one, you could just harvest it green. There are a few that are starting to get red, like that one. So just do whatever. It doesn't really matter if we harvest them green or if we let them get color. But we'll just keep checking on that. I have had issues with some of the peppers having little kind of soft spots on the sides. I looked it up. I think it's some kind of fungal issue. But I am still getting some good peppers out of here too. So we just have to compost the ones that are kind of yucky. The tomatoes we'll still keep harvesting out of this bed, the cherry tomatoes. This week, I think because these are kind of dying back, at this point we can start harvesting these little, I mean they're basically like little shallots at the top of the Egyptian walking onions. And they could actually be planted. Maybe we'll do a little experiment and we'll bring some of these inside, pot them up, and just see what happens. And then the rest of them we could just harvest. You just harvest like right here, right under the bulbs. And we can just send those and maybe harvest the green tops and send those up as like shallots or something. And then let's see if I have anything else. Oh, we still have green beans growing back here in bed 22. And then it might be about time to pull these out. But I guess they still do have some blossoms, so we'll see what happens. TBD on these. But let's keep harvesting that. Keep harvesting the cow peas in this bed and that bed back there. These are starting, these little lemon cucumbers are starting to kind of not look so great, but there are still some growing that we can harvest. Let's see what else. I think that is about it. Again, just give me a call if you're here and you have any questions. And I always appreciate any help you guys can give. So thank you so much. Bye-bye.